In this video, I'm going to teach you 3 more variations on how to get into the Kamikaze Mount. And in each of these, I'm going to teach you how to whip into the mount. And so that's the first one that I showed you. You just whip into the mount when the yo-yo is on the trapeze. The second one, you whip into it as it's landing onto the trapeze, just like that. And the third one, you just go right from a straight throw, whipping into the Kamikaze Mount. Now, the nice thing about these is that they all build on each other. So if you learn them in order, then that's actually going to help you master the most difficult one, which is the third one. So when you start with the first one, all you're going to do, like I said, is you're going to land the yo-yo onto the trapeze, and you're going to pinch the string right here with your opposite hand, and that'll give you all this slack. And then kind of like in Magic Drop, you're going to roll your thumb and your first finger into the string over here. You don't actually need your thumb, but it might help you feel like you can open the string up a little bit more when you actually go for your whip. And so once you get your hands into position, then what you're going to do with this hand, your yo-yo hand, is you're actually going to turn it over, and you can see that actually kind of gets a little bit of the whip going. And at the same time, you're going to create basically a half circle with your hand that moves toward the yo-yo, just like that. And you can see I get a lot more action out of the string when I do that. So when you're looking at the yo-yo from the side and you're whipping the string, what you're going to do is you're going to whip this string on the outside into the back half of the yo-yo. And as you're practicing this trick, you're going to be doing it wrong a lot. And so if you ever end up in a mount that's not exactly the Kamikaze mount, that usually means you whipped the wrong side of the string into the mount, or maybe you whipped the yo-yo on the front half instead of the back half. And so you'll actually end up getting pretty familiar with the types of mistakes that you'll make. But eventually you'll get it down and you'll be able to hit the mount the right way most of the time. Now, once you have pretty well mastered this first variation where you whip into it while it's on the trapeze, the next thing that you want to try is whipping into it as the yo-yo is landing on the trapeze. And one thing that you may have noticed me doing is I tend to do pinwheels before I attempt this mount, and that allows me to slow the yo-yo down just a little bit to give me a little bit more time to attempt it and hit the yo-yo just like that. Now, when I was first working on this one, and I know this is true of other players as well, when you're working on this one, and even on the first one, when you do the whip, your hand often gets really close to the yo-yo, which helps you be a little bit more consistent. And with this one, when the yo-yo's coming towards you, a lot of times you're going to really crack your hand into the yo-yo. And so it's not a bad idea to work on it with a plastic yo-yo, and that'll help make the pain not be quite as bad. So for this one, like I said, it's really just the exact same mount. It's going to take a little bit of time to get used to holding the tension on the string while the yo-yo is coming towards you. You kind of want to land the yo-yo on the string at the same time that you hit it with the whip, just like that. And that can take some getting used to as you're practicing it. A lot of times you're going to miss the whip. A lot of times you're going to miss the trapeze. That can take a really long time, but don't worry about it. It's just all part of mastering this part of the trick. Now, when you get to the third part of this, where you're actually going to whip right from a basic throw, all you're really doing is you're going to whip the string around the yo-yo twice, and you're going to build the previous 2 whips as you're whipping the string around. So the first time you whip it, all you're going to do is get your opposite hand into the string just like this. And then once that string is in there, you're going to come around with a second whip and whip the string into the yo-yo. So you can see one whip, and then the second one is a little bit smaller, and that really hits the yo-yo right there at the end. And just like the second variation that we showed you, the whip goes around it at almost the same time that the yo-yo is landing on the string. So that one, again, it can take a whole lot of practice. One thing that will happen as you're working on it is the string might often fall off your first finger. And so what I recommend doing is don't put your thumb in it when you're doing this particular one. Just put your first finger in and actually just hook the string with that finger the whole time that you're doing the whip. And if you do that, the way that it'll end up working out is you'll whip the string around it 2 times, and if you're hooking it, that string won't fall out. And as you go in for the second time, right when you hit the yo-yo with the string, that's when you point your first finger forward. And if you do it with that timing, then you'll be able to control the string and get it right into the yo-yo. As you can see, these are pretty nice tricks, and if you just keep working on them and working on them, you can build up more consistency with each one until you can master the last one. And those are whips into the Kamikaze Mount.